what I will say is I've been doing a bad job of going to sleep on time. I've been staying up to like
Dude,
11 o'clock,
me too.
11:30, waking up at 3 in the morning. Like I woke up at 3 2 nights ago, and my mind was like spinning. Like I was like, oh, we've got to change the KPIs for this. I need to talk to this person about this. We need to change this objective, and I need to be focused on this and not this in the business. And so it was so much stuff that I just got up and I like started kind of working at like 3, which is a terrible idea. But that's what's been happening to me lately. And I'm more worried about that because like that's when I start to get burnt out, when I start doing that. And then I start staying up too late and I wake up and start working, and I don't set the boundaries of like when I start working and when I kind of stop. Like that's when I really get in trouble.
Yeah, man. The staying up too late thing.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of that. And it's like, I'm just tired. Like not where I can't function, but it's just like, I got to find a way to get to sleep earlier, just because it's, it goes to that thing. Like you don't beat yourself up, but like course correcting, where I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh man, I should have done this. It's more like, okay, how do I know this is the issue? How do you fix it? Right.
Yeah.
And that's with anything. It's like, I think that's different than years ago. I kind of look at like, okay, this happened. How can I change it? How can I fix that? How can I make that different? Right. And so it's not even when you're talking about, I don't think about work-life balance. Like I'm not even thinking about that per se either. I just know the things that are important to me, or like I'm starting to kind of figure out like how I kind of generally want my days to go, my life to be. And so it's just when you're not there, because you're not, right? You got to work toward that. So it's like when you're not there, it's just like, okay, that didn't work out today. Like why didn't it work out? Right. And so with like not going to bed, like I'm starting to find it's like I have I don't have like a set routine to wind down, but it's a process for me because I don't fall asleep easy. So if I don't start early enough, like unplugging from work, my phone, whatever, to where I kind of like, I don't know, decompress or whatever the word is, then it's hard for me to go to sleep, So it's like, I got to start that. I'm realizing that's just a longer process for me. And honestly, like my get started processes too. Like I'm just like slow to start, slow to finish. Right. It's like, it takes this time to build the momentum and like get the engine turning. And then like, once I'm going. And then it's like, then it takes just as long for it to unwind. And it's just seems to be how my brain is. So it's just kind of figuring that out and adjusting to that. So, I'm in the middle of that too.
Yeah. I'm fine. I feel like I'm getting better at it as I get older. It's like, I know the formula for feeling really good and being like super, not productive even, but just being like having my best ideas, cause I feel like that's what a lot of my life is turning into, is just like, I have to think really hard about stuff and like, just figure out like, where am I going to strategize? Like, what am I going to do? And I do my best thinking when I go to bed before 9 o'clock, when I don't drink alcohol, when I put my phone and my everything in a totally separate room at night, which I do that every night, but like, that's been part of it. Like when I do at least that stuff, and exercise, like, and eat well, there's a lot of things, but like, that's when I'm like super optimized.
Okay. But what does that really boil it down to? When you're taking care of your health and your sleep being part of that, because like the phone and that stuff, that's part of the sleep. So it's like when you're being healthy and getting sleep, hey, guess what? I get better ideas.